Hello, 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 everybody. This is Ray Cincy, TS from the Snipers, bringing you another live stream here. Got a lot we got to talk about. A lot we're going to look at. I'm going to revisit some bag ideas. Talk a little bit. This is our first attempt at doing a YouTube-only live stream, as opposed to through Twitch and uploading things later. So after some trials and errors, we are back online. Give me just a moment to pull up our game and we'll get it going. Hey, Rod joining us in on YouTube already. See, this is why I'm so happy we did YouTube as opposed to Twitch. More people are familiar with YouTube, and most people already have a YouTube account. Twitch is a whole nother app we got to worry about. Rocket Man is already in. That's fantastic. Hope you're well. Let me find the right link to post in my game. Let's see. What is it? Sniper's Nest? Cool. Let me exit out of the game on my phone so we don't have any issues. Perfect. That way I can log in on my... There we go, full screen. And log in on my PC, sync all of the progress with share data and go from there. We shared one video on YouTube so far from one of our Twitch streams. Oh, just your first coffee of the day. It's 6:28 p.m. where I'm at in the United States in Cincinnati, Ohio. I know it's probably, what, 8:28 a.m. where you're at, I think, if my math is correct. I told you Whoa, what's happening with the game? My game might need to take a chill pill since I just logged in from my... There we go. I think we're okay. Gear shift bundle. Love it. I think everything should load perfect. There we go. Who hearted that? Brent Crenshaw, Big Mac. Yes, correct. 8:28 a.m. Wow. You are 14 hours ahead of me. Man. Rough. I just finished up some work, got a couple of things done. Figured I'd at least knock out what I gotta knock out so I can just focus on streaming for a little bit. I've got several hours before I need to do some family stuff, so I'm good. I'll let people know there's a fly in my room. I let people know in the chat that things are live. I did turn the game volume off. For the stream, so we don't hear a bunch of stuff. Give me just a second to let other folks know. Student there. All right. So send a DM to B-Man. Yeah, he's UK, so he's probably just a few hours behind you, I feel like. Yeah, oh, it's 11:30 p.m. Okay. Yeah, it's a little late for him, but usually when I stream around this time, he's at least awake. We'll see. We'll see. Got a couple of things to go over. A lot to chat about for those that are in the chat eventually. We have one video on the channel that covers our the bags that I'm using. I'm thinking we're going to do a mix of things. I can't do the free tournament because I don't have the ad block on for the free, and someone already hit 3 aces and 3 holes, so I'm not going to worry about that. I might play these 2 tournaments. We'll see. The front 9 and the full course. We'll see. Maybe the front 9. Since it's ranked 5 to 10. Otherwise, we'll talk about a couple things. We'll talk about the tournament that I just ran, the tournament that's going on internally in the Snipers that Do or Arnold Slick is running. As well as maybe explore some holes for the July pool party par 3 tournament that I'm intending on hosting next weekend. We'll see. I have to come up with a flyer still, different pricing. Ideally this Friday I'll get paid and then send out prizes to our winners from our last one, our first one that I've hosted for the Snipers. Recency's Snipe Off. Congrats to B-Man, B-Man, who got second place, I think, DWO, who got third, Big Mac, who got first, and then Do, who Arnold Slick is the one hosting our next one, won the individual winner for that final championship Sunday hole. So congrats to you four. I've already messaged you on Discord. We've already been talking, and we'll deal out some prizes here in a little bit. A couple of days. Just to recap some of the bags I run, I have a full 15 bag slot. I'll just quickly talk through these. If you want to chat or check out the previous video that's in our YouTube channel, I go into a little bit more detail with this, but yeah, we'll see. A moment to hydrate. Starting with our first bag is a Hot Streak Par 3. No wind resistance, but this bag has a ton of stopping power. Nice little Par 3 bag. I've found that I like other Par 3 bags better, but this is still nice. I might end up replacing this one later. Excuse me, depending on what I need. Ah, water's so nice. This bag's nice with a Crow or Turbino Ball, if you really need to cut down on the wind. We'll play some verses and hopefully demonstrate some of these bags. Dive Bomb used to be my go-to for par 3s. I think I found something better in High Flight. Concept's the same. Dive Bomb will cut down on wind resistance. Cyclotron and Gear Shift help with the bounce reduction. Steadfast gets me to the pin. Leviathan bag, backed up by Cyclotron for bounce reduction. Conspiracy for that wind resistance. I'm a big wind resistance guy. It's a lot harder to calculate in this game if you're not focused on wind resistance. Or it's harder to predict, rather. Sky Fury bag, if I really need to worry about shooting over water or over out of bounds and the wind is really high, I might use this. With Sky Fury, Dive Bomb really cuts down on the wind if I drive with Sky Fury off the tee. It's kind of nice. Good bag. Flashpoint bag is super great for those long ones, or just generally it's better than the Sky Fury bag if the wind is low enough. Sometimes I might swap Conspiracy over here to boost it a little more than Maelstrom if I'm worried about the wind. It just depends. But these two are pretty much the same, just one's a little bit more powerful. Well, way more powerful, but we'll see. I have this labeled as Clash. For those windy versus matches that you'll constantly play when you get higher up in the FedEx Cup versus mode, very nice to cut down on wind drastically. Just get close, just to win these versus modes. My main wind strike bag when paired with Earth Balls is this, so that way I can focus on Conspiracy to cut that wind down, with Earth Ball to deaden the ball a little bit more. But if I'm not worried too much about the wind, I might put Maelstrom next to Meteor, just to give that little bit extra bounce reduction if I'm not planning on using an Earth or Heavy Ball. Typically this, though, is my favorite. Fusion. I've always had this bag in since I learned about it. At least had it. And luckily, our in-house tournament that's going on right now is using this bag, so I get plenty extra practice with it. I've aced it one time with this on, I think it was Southwind 18, maybe. This is a nice, what I call long-winded bag. Steadfast Wind Strike. Rook cuts down on some wind. It's boosted by Steadfast as well. And Cyclotron to help with some bounce. Also because my Maelstrom is not maxed out yet. So Cyclotron does a little bit of a better job, and I can still chip with Steadfast if I need. Classic, well, new age classic Sun Mag bag. I could add a Conspiracy in the middle if I really am worried about wind. I try not to use mag too much. It's useful for some things. But the High Flight bags are so nice. Getting extra power. Wind resistance is great for anything more than 190 yards. Love this one. for the slam dunk bag if I really want to go for par 3, par 4s. I'm still working on the slam dunk stuff. Won't spend too much time talking about it until I at least can master it and show you. A little hard to do with a mouse that sometimes glitches out. This one, though, is my favorite par 3 bag within 190 yards. No spin, just rolls right into the cup. I've had so many aces with this one lately. Blacksmith is lovely for that mythical hole 3, as well as other ones that you just want a nice little splat onto the green. This one came from one of my friends in IG initially. It's on their website as well. Not sponsored or part of IG at the moment, or probably anymore. However, they're lovely people, and this bag is awesome. However, my main hot streak bag is this one, 15. This one is focused on the most bounce resistance possible. Since Meteor and Gear Shifter doubled, I get a little bit extra control, even though I have Hot Streak maxed out. Sometimes, though, I will move Conspiracy over to help with that wind reduction. Sometimes I'll move Meteor over here if I really need to for certain, maybe gravity tournaments that are like 200% gravity or something. I can reach the pin. It just depends. I move this one around a lot. Favorite setup there is that, or maybe Meteor in the middle. Just depends. Let me find the exact YouTube link. Let me minimize my game. We are gonna pause for a second to go off camera. I'm just gonna mute for a second so I can post the link for my team to join, have more access to it. 1 second, folks. There we go. Should have shared everything appropriately. Awesome. We did just finish a clash. I just saw Bob moved over to Mini Snipers. Welcome, Bob, to the Mini Snipers. We did just finish a clash, which was pretty competitive. We're top 3 out of the top 5 clans in the game. Shout out to us for doing as well as we could, given how competitive it is up here. Bud Jackson for sure. Hit an ace with a 9. B-Man 2. Hit a 9. Joe Bangles. Shawstick. Shout out Shawstick. Hit a 9. Shaq. Myself. Ben. Peeps and Poops. TCS. OC. Nikki. Nova. Gaseous. Butchers. All hitting lovely 2-tap 10s. Our captain Big Mac hitting a 10. Go to your home ball hitting a 10. A lot of snipers hit 10s, for sure. It's hard to get close on those long par 5s, but we do what we can. Let's see, so we'll give it a shot with this tournament. Try to talk through my ideas the best I can, since this isn't a timed one or one that requires ads. Just play 1 through 9 on Twin Cities. Let's see. First one is a short pin, 10 mile an hour, 296 yards. A short par 4 with high wind. What would I want to do? Most likely, I'd probably just want to go with Wind Strike with Conspiracy. Cut down that wind as much as I can. We'll try that, and we'll probably use an Earth or Heavy Ball, because I have a lot of them, with intentions of buying plenty more. Let's give it a shot. Main goal is to promote this. The main goal of this stream is to promote the stream as much as we can to our snipers and mini snipers, talk through some ideas, respond to questions in the chat. Nothing too serious. Just getting used to things. And I haven't played on my mouse nearly as much. Most of the time I just play on my phone. I'm a lot better on my phone, but we'll see. Let's do an Earth Ball. 4.1 that way. We're going to do a slight forward spin. Every now and then, though, my mouse will randomly release the ball, which is annoying, especially for stream. I'll let you know if that happens. It's also very sensitive. I might have to change some settings here, or just take my time. We're not timed or anything. I wonder if this is too much. Yeah, not enough. Did barely get to the green. It's a little hard to calculate on the mouse, but that's okay. We can gear shift still. I feel like putting is decently easy on the mouse, but driving and calculating that angle, it's very sensitive on using a mouse and keyboard. Okay, so we got 2 on the first hole. This one is not the same hole that I hosted in our tournament, but I realized that Wind Strike can also get there. I still want to show, when I see this hole, my gut says Leviathan. I'm just going to play with what my gut says. I know that Wind Strike can get there. I'm trying not to use too many premium balls for things like tournaments. I want to save my premium balls for these clashes, but we'll see how it goes. I can be a little more precise with the spin on mouse and key. Look how sensitive that is. Holy moly. Have to be a little careful. Wow. Very, very touchy. Look at that. We'll just go with that. Wow. Not a fan of chipping with Meteor. I don't know if I can... Or might be better though. I'm gonna be a little weird and use a snowball. Because I have 250 of them. There we go. Just had to confirm that I was gonna hit a 2 there. Looks like a par 5, par 3 next. So if we can get through, this is one that was in the clash. we can do this with a couple of things. I could use the Sky Fury one, really cut down on the wind. That would be very nice. A little harder to hit a perfect though on a mouse and key with the Sky Fury on the computer. So I'll probably opt to double Conspiracy here and maybe use, I'll add my ball after we start. Flashpoint's a very good one. Also Wind Strike is, but the wind in some of these are just, I swear, wind is just rough in these. I'm just gonna stick with a hardcore ball because I have a lot more of them. And with mouse and key and doing it on the stream's a little more unpredictable. Somehow that's a perfect, that'll work. I wish it was easier to play on mouse and key, but I don't honestly think it is. It's nice for some things, but I'm just so used to doing things on my phone that this is a little different. Should be an easy 2-tap. Now here's the thing, for the par 3s, 179, okay, this is why I want to show I've been acing, and I'm going to say this now and it's going to be terrible because I'm trying to do this on stream, but within 190 yards, I'm acing a lot with this bag here. Gear Shift, Meteor, Maelstrom, and Cyclotron. A lot of bounce reduction with high flight, a lot of wind reduction, no spin. A lot of the times, for some reason, this is the bag that I send a lot of duels with, especially for the par 3 tournaments. And on my phone, just things feel so easy, but I get a lot of aces with this bag lately. More than things like Dive Bomb and stuff. When you get to higher levels, just come across so many great options. Trick with this though is it has to be lined up very perfectly. With a mouse, this I might have to go in and change some settings here. With the wind coming back at me that way, if I could aim this straight, that'd be great. I think with how sensitive this is, it might not work. This might have to do, it's probably off. Oh, the snowball, yeah, for sure. Oh, so close. I feel like if I was on my phone though, I would ace that one. What is going on, Ben? Thanks for joining, Ben Crenshaw, or Chris, either way. Let me check to see before, let me take a break in this tournament and just go into my app and see if maybe I can change some sensitivity stuff. Hold on. It might require me to restart the app. Things feel so sensitive. Display. Oh, it is high pixel density. Okay. Let me hit save changes. It will restart my game, but that's okay. Gonna lose the game for just a minute. I love the snowball. Yeah, I have a ton of snowballs left from Christmas last year. And sometimes I just don't want, I want to make sure I don't miss. So I'll putt with a snowball sometimes. You know, Gear Shift can be gear shifty. Same with Rook and other things. Gonna reload the game here with the lowest sensitivity it allows me to, and we'll see if it makes a difference, hopefully. For those that are in the snipers, I am in our Discord voice chat, which I have not added to OBS. So if you wanted to chat with me on OBS or on Discord vocally, that's fine too. It's open if you scroll all the way down to our voice channels past all the other stuff. You'll see that I'm in there chatting to myself. If anybody wants to get in there and vocally chat with me, that's fine. I don't have it set up to where anybody in the stream could hear you if you are chatting to me, but I could figure it out if you wanted your voice to be heard as well. Or in the future. I'm thinking potentially doing like duels with people that I'm chatting with, or conversations with people if they want to join the voice chat in the future. Just ideas for the future. Let's see how this feels though. And let's hit continue. Let's see how this plays. Twin Cities hole 5 par 4, low wind. My gut either says hot streak it or wind strike it. I'm gonna probably hot streak this with the most bounce reduction. Again, I could wind strike it with a premium ball, or I, could do whatever, but I'm gonna test out hot streak a little bit. I'm gonna showcase as many different bags as possible. I could do it with either one. Yeah, the only thing with the wind being 3 miles an hour is only went a little bit to the left, and that's why it landed to the right. A little harder to judge the wind sometimes. Okay, 4 holes left in the tournament. Par 5, par 4, par 3, par 4. Okay. This one, I can confidently say I can wind strike. I'm gonna prioritize conspiracy doubled, so that way I minimize that. Mainly since it's a directly left to right wind, is why I think I want to minimize that wind push from left to right as much as possible. The only downside is then I need to prioritize like an earth ball or something, so this thing will bounce a lot more if I don't use one. We're gonna try it out. I've learned to not rely on premium balls, but I've learned to just not be afraid to use them. Okay, this is a little bit more controllable with this mouse sensitivity. If I go one tick this way, it's gonna probably be a little left. If I go one more tick with the mouse, that's too far. So with the mouse, see how it's just a little bit more sensitive. I'll just stick with this. I think this is fine. I think with the mouse, it doesn't give me as many like micro adjustment options. I mean, obviously this is a... Oh, okay. Or I could just almost ace it. A little too much forward spin on that. That's fine. Again, for me, I trust my thumb more than I do with a mouse and key, but being able to play on a mouse and keyboard in the first place is awesome. It's just I have to do it through this BlueStacks emulator, which isn't quite the same. I do not like this pin location, so personally, I'm in a point where I could take a break. This is a lesson for those that don't realize this. For a lot of tournaments, you can just take a break. Just take a break. Hey, maybe you gotta go do the dishes. Maybe you gotta make dinner for your kids, whatever it might be. Maybe you gotta let the dogs out. Or maybe you just want to reset the pin location. The game doesn't know the difference, and a lot of the times, even in clashes, if you just take a break and hit continue, as long as you don't lock in a specific bag. Now if you see how the pin changed to the back pin, I can deal with that a lot easier. Some clashes, especially for the first hole, you can't just take a break and the pin resets, but a lot of tournaments it's still built into the game where they don't know and it'll just re-roll for a better pin. Personally, I don't like the pins that are so close and up with all the sand right in front of me. I'm going to stick with the same bag. Again, prioritizing Wind Strike. Wind Strike Meteor is amazing. And prioritizing Conspiracy because I plan on using like an Earth or a Heavy Ball. Now you could not use a premium ball and you could just go with Maelstrom for extra bounce reduction because anything next to Meteor, as long as it's higher than level 10 or higher, it'll double any club that's on either side. But if I did this, I'm more likely to have a harder time adjusting to the wind. And as I've learned, wind is one of the most inconsistent or hard to play against the wind, even at 3.8 miles an hour. I want no wind. I want as little wind as possible. Mainly because I'm pairing it with things like heavy and earth balls, though. Now, if I was playing versus mode, I probably wouldn't really care. I wouldn't use earth balls and stuff, but this is a tournament. So if I do a slight forward spin, not a max. Oh, I'm already hitting the tree. I have to, with this hole, adjust a little bit this way. Forward spin, so I'm out of the tree. And now I only have 1.5. It's a lot easier to line up because the ball won't move nearly as much. We're going to go maybe about here. I might be a little too far to the right, but we'll see. A lot easier to calculate, right? Oh, please, just go in. Okay. Well, I always have the excuse I'm on a... I'm going to get rid of the earth ball. I always have the excuse I'm on a PC. A little bit harder to do. But I still two-tapped it. I haven't aced anything yet this tournament. This par 3 is really my only chance to... I like that pin location. I'm probably going to high flight a lot of my par 3s now. Since 202 is a little more than 190, which is what this bag can handle, I'm gonna go, so if you notice, this bag that I normally have been using, 190 yards or below, has a nice bounce and roll. You don't need to worry about a premium ball, but it can't quite reach 202, even at level 12, unless I maybe use a fireball or a gem ball, something like that. However, instead of gear shift, I'm going to compensate by using the same bag, mostly the same bag, except Ember. And I'm going to move Meteor over to high flight to double the wind reduction, help Maelstrom by doubling that bounce reduction, and Ember, if I hit my edit button, Ember is a great club to use instead of gear shift if you need some more distance. For each hybrid, that hybrid, high flight's a hybrid, and Ember gains 7 power. So I'm giving my high flight a lot more power, 21 power, compared to the 14 power one that I'm trying to use. However, I have a little bit less bounce reduction. It bounces a lot more than I'd like it to. So I'm going to pair this with probably a heavy ball. I don't think I need to earth ball this. And I think this is one of the holes in the free tournament that's going on now. So just to give you an idea, once you start to learn some of these bags, how it bounces. With this bag, I want to use a little bit of topspin, not much. Come on, get me. It doesn't let me line up perfectly center. That's maddening. See, it doesn't let me. That's crazy. I have to figure out how to do this on my phone or something instead. We'll see. It's not perfectly centered. Probably gonna miss this, but you get the point. Yeah, it's a little left. Playing on mouse and key is frustrating sometimes. So much more sensitive. Oh, and then I missed that chip. Oh, this tournament is not gonna go well. Parring that is not what I wanted to do, but is what it is. Let's see. A par 4 over the water is not fun. So I'm gonna take my advice. I'm gonna take a break. Go back in, see how it goes. And while I take a break, I'm actually going to try one thing, and maybe if I set this to 1440, which is what my phone's at. Save changes, restart. Let me restart the app at 1440, and maybe I have more pixels to work with. That would be awesome. Kind of also experimenting with the settings in this app. It's a lovely app. There we go. Full screen it. Do some PGA Tour. If Double D were in the YouTube, they would appreciate the tall boy. Right, there we go. Thanks for your patience. Notice how the pin changed from that one on the very end over the water? I could technically hot streak this and be fine, and I think I might. I will definitely prioritize conspiracy. I can handle a little bit of bounce and roll. I don't think I need a premium ball for this. Let's see how 1440p shakes out with this sensitivity. I'm really hoping it stays. I think it already looks better. Let's do... Whoa. Oh, I can line up straight. Oh, this is what I've been missing. Let's see how this goes. It already looks great. I'm not even using a premium ball. A little bit too much to the right. Okay. That's okay. I might just play this tournament again now that I have discovered I can play on 1440p. Okay, a 19. I kind of choked that one a little bit. Definitely should have been... I should have aced that 3. Other ones I almost aced. That other 3, definitely... I'm kind of viewing tournament runs, clashes, as any par 3 I don't ace. Is bad, personally. I should be acing every par 3 that I come across. A lot of the par 3s are not hard at all to ace, especially with the right bag, the right practice. Par 4s, the wind can really mess you up. Par 5s, even more so. Group 22, okay. Oh, someone shot a 14. Wow. 9 holes, that's 4 aces. Wow, crazy thoughts. Dang, that's wild. I can do better than 19, however, I'll just leave it there so I don't constantly burn. How many players are in here? Oh, it's not even full yet. I'll come back to this later. Why don't I play this? TPC full course. We'll just play this. Happy to do some duels. Happy to walk through some ideas. There we go. We're going to try to play the full course here. On 1440. Plenty of gold. I have like 34,000 gold. Boston, hole 1. Boston 1 to 18. 8.3 mile an hour wind directly from right to left. I hate those right to left or side to side winds. Pin looks great though. I feel like I can hot streak this pretty nicely. If I use this one that I talked to you about, I feel like I can reach it if I pair it with a Turbino or Crowball. I have a ton of those, so let's just try it. Testing things on this stream. We're gonna figure it out. $3 mile an hour. Oh, I feel so much more in control of the shot this way. I don't think I need this much spin though. I feel like with Cyclotron, it's just so risky. Let's just do... You know what? Let's do this. Oh yeah, that's one tick. That's one. Okay, that'll work. Let's see how this goes. Wow, it's already over. Oh my gosh. Close. Look how much that drops. I'm glad I didn't put forward spin on that. That would have been gnarly. Okay, we'll 2-tap that. One hole down. 17 more to go. This one is either a gut instinct for sure. Having 15 bags is so great. I'm probably gonna Sky Fury this only because I see the 10 mile an hour wind against me, and Dive Bomb will cut down so much wind because it's doubled by Meteor. And Dive Bomb says, just for those that aren't aware, Corvid clubs resist 50% of the wind times 2 because I have it next to Meteor, so my Sky Fury should really resist a lot of wind. If it was lower wind, definitely gonna be using Flashpoint. Probably don't even need Conspiracy doubled, just because, I mean, Flashpoint is so much more accurate, a lot of good power, 9 accuracy compared to 12, I think. We're gonna try this. See how this goes. Before I drive, doesn't have a lot of spin, so let's just see if I just go straight forward. Yeah, there we go. Wow, playing on 1440 is amazing compared to what I normally play on. It still feels like it's kind of sensitive though. If I can dial, I might just play my clashes on PC if I could figure this sensitivity out. Might have way more control. Oh, never mind. That was awful. I mean, you got to hit your perfects or else it's going to be... Oh, that's rough. Since it's only hole 2, I don't want to use more premium balls. And I have plenty of gold. I'm going to take a break, abandon this tournament, and restart. Ooh, there we go. I used my Razer mouse to have it on the lowest sensitivity possible. It's only 25 gold. Again, I have 35,000 gold. I mainly reserve this for clashes and tournaments. Not a big deal. Especially for the sake of the stream. 25 gold? That's like two Albies and I got it. 5.9 mile an hour wind. I'm gonna try to do... You know what? I like this one better. The conspiracy one and the extra accuracy one since I'm on a PC. I like my gear shift boosted. A lot of people argue putting Meteor between Maelstrom and Conspiracy is better because you do get better bounce reduction from Maelstrom than you would with gear shift. However, I only have 10 accuracy with my hot streak, and while I can hit the 10 accuracy hot streak, I'm just less consistent. I'd rather be more consistent with the hit with a little bit more of a bounce, and we'll see how this goes. There's a lot of preference when it comes to it. Once you have Meteor to level 10 and you realize how much wind comes into play, see 2.4 mile an hour directly left to right, that's tough. So I'm human, and that's okay. Yeah, everybody messes up sometimes. It's risky, but I can always buy more earth balls. Top span a little bit this way. As long as I clear that heavy grass when I hit there, that's okay. Will 2.4 be too much that way? We'll try it. Exactly, Rod. Ah, it's too much. I should have done one more tick. One more tick to the left. Learning. I'm learning as I go. Yeah, ask anything you want to know. The whole point of this stream is not for... I mean, obviously we want to build it for everybody across all the clubhouses. I don't want to... I'm of the mindset that the more information shared, the better. I'm not a big... We need to hoard all of our secrets and stuff, because... We're not the top clan. I mean, we are up there. We're 4th place right now in clashes. We just finished 3rd against Wild Sharks and Mythical Warriors. But they know all this stuff too. They know all this stuff already. This is to build community, to bond together as snipers, and just PGA Tour shootout golfers. Have a good time. Learn a thing or two. I like to talk through my ideas. I have 143 Electro Balls. I'll show you why I used to like Electro Balls. I don't as much anymore, but I used to a lot. Alright, this one, as long as I don't choke it. There we go, perfect. A little too hard. Oh, and I rushed the shot. Please still go in. That'd be great. Nope, never mind. Let me tap this in. So if I don't hit this par 3 ace, I restart. And I set a high bar for myself. I am aware of that. That's just the way I am. I'm gonna shift to the High Flight 206 bag with a heavy ball. This bag requires a little bit of forward spin. Oh, look at that. That's so perfect. It's still not perfectly on. That drives me nuts. Why is it doing that? Let's go one this way. You probably didn't see that on the stream, but I moved it just ever so slightly. I might have to do that to compensate a lot of the time in the stream. When I'm on my phone, I can shoot dead straight. But for some reason, whenever I pull back with this, it's awful. Nothing pulls back centered. It's all off. I don't know why it does that. I can hit perfects and stuff. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Okay, yeah, we're restarting. Oh my gosh. We're gonna take a break, restart. I'm gonna check the settings again, see if I can fine tune something. But when I'm on my phone and I really need to get a Samsung tablet, some people play on an iPad and stuff. Jealous. I'm not an Apple person. No offense. I just have never been an Apple person. I'm going to abandon that round. We are going to check settings again. See. Interface scaling 100%. Portrait? Ultra wide? No, we're gonna leave it portrait. Oh, maybe it's because it's based in that. Let's do an S20 Plus. Okay. Try again. Full screen that. Back to where we were. Okay, I have to say, for Double D, who I chatted with in the game chat earlier, and Toddy Mac, I will say Toddy Mac has confirmed this. Double D is a big tall boy fan. Maybe it's just Labatt. I don't know if they're... I'm a hockey player. I don't know if it's just because you're Canadian. Labatt versus Molson, whatever. But I have a tall boy of what I mentioned in the chat, Mad Tree Psychopathy. It's an IPA based in Cincinnati. 6.9%. Lovely. It's the last one I have. Are you missing something? No, I'm not sure. I don't think you're missing anything. There was something that somebody said in the in-game chat earlier. I was trying to give them a little reference. If they ever watch this afterwards, they might chuckle to themselves. Back in for Ray's live chat on YouTube is awesome. Double D got a cheers. Let's go. Yeah, anybody that wants to join in, whether or not it's chatting in the YouTube chat, or if you'd like to just talk with me verbally, you can. And I don't have it set up to where the stream could hear you, but I could figure it out. We could have a conversation. I am currently active in our Discord for snipers. If you scroll down, and I might need to like share this so you all know that it's there. Let me try to do that now. Let's add a little window capture. Discord. And I'll just add this temporarily. So, if you notice, if you scroll all the way down past like these tourney holes, yada yada yada, you scroll all the way down, you'll see there are voice channels. Wait, you can't see it on the stream. Hold on just a second. Oh, let me shrink this, bring it up. There we go. So if you scroll down all the way, you'll see little voice channels, and I'm in one at the moment. Just in case. Doesn't benefit the stream or anything. It's just in case people wanted to chat with me while I'm live, or hang out, chat, talk about stuff. I can add this voice channel to the stream so that way our viewers can hear anybody that's in here. I currently don't have that active right now, but I could. So we're gonna hide that one and move this back to the way I had it. You're in Samsung? Yeah, I play the game normally on a S24 Plus, Samsung S24 Plus. Never been an Apple person. All the top players are Apple. Yeah. Oh, you love IPA. Oh, IPA is... I didn't used to be an IPA guy. I used to be... Before I worked from home and worked in the stuff that I was working in, during college, I worked in... and I'm like 30, I'm almost 33. During college, though, I worked at Hofbrauhaus in Newport, Kentucky, and it was a German... It's like the Hofbrauhaus that you'd see in Munich. We all had to wear specific uniforms and stuff. We were the ones carrying those liter steins of beer. I could hold 13 of them. And I worked out in the beer garden. Oh, that's a good point, Chris or Ben Crenshaw. Make sure you click settings. Let me show you this too. Anybody watching this, everyone that plays this game should do this. Go to settings in your game. It's hiding up here. Everybody should play on quality fantastic. You'll get the least amount of like skips, delays, whatever, and focus. If you have battery concerns or whatever, deal with that on your phone or device with like the quality you play at. But in the game, you want quality to be fantastic. That's always something that Concrete and I and other people would recommend, is play on the best quality in the game. And if you need to dial down like your resolution to 1080 or 720, or I've played on 720, it's weird, it's too pixely for me, or 1440 if you have a newer device, that's great. But you should always have your in-game setting set to quality. I so agree with you. That's such a good point, Chris. Ben Crenshaw, that's such a good point. I've dabbled a little bit with aim tracking off. I used to play aim tracking off. I personally like aim tracking on right now. I don't know why. I think it's more of a preference thing. But the main takeaway here is quality fantastic. I turn the music and sounds down for when I stream. I don't really play with a lot of in-game sound anymore. Even on my phone, I don't really turn the volume up. I kind of play muted. But I don't like to have all the sounds turned up, especially during the stream, every time I click something. Because I'm playing music and other things, so I don't really want that to be a priority. But yeah, main thing, quality fantastic. If you're not playing quality fantastic, you are playing this game wrong. And you will have a lot of buggy, issue, glitchy, skippy, lag stuff happening. So trust Chris, trust Ben Crenshaw on that one. Quality fantastic. All of you, no matter what device you're playing on, turn that stuff up for sure. Let's see. Well, since I kind of choked that one, we're just gonna play it again. 50 gold, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna try to restart. Hope this helped. Since it's only 6.8 mile an hour, and I know that a crow ball is set to 3, since it's lower than 7-ish miles an hour, I know I can make it lower than 3 with a turbino. So I'm gonna do it this way. Evening, Schneeks, aka Peeps and Poops, joining us in the YouTube chat. This is so much better than Twitch because people don't have to make a separate account on a different website. I'm so happy that, to see different people joining. I'm so happy that I tried to do this in YouTube only. Wait, what am I doing? Focus ray. There we go. Yeah, 2.7 is better than 3. So I'm gonna do no spin. What is up? We're just playing a little tournament. So close. Could have probably hit that on my phone. I don't think the playing on computer gives me the exact precision that I'm looking for, but I have everything set to what I can possibly set it to. This one is a pain in the butt. I'm gonna go with the Sky Fury. You know what? I'm gonna go I'm gonna show you all the difference. You've already seen me choke a Sky Fury shot, and it just doesn't have the right oomph. I'm gonna focus on Conspiracy this time, but I am gonna use Flashpoint, especially on a mouse and key. It's a lot easier to use than in Sky Fury. I'm gonna angle it out a little bit. Really need to, but I think I'm going to. You know what? I got 71 of these. I'm gonna slight top spin. Already kind of angled out. Barely see anything this way. But that meter's a lot easier to hit. Good. I'm glad you were able to check that setting out. Oh my goodness, go in. It's close though. You've tried Barossa settings? What are those? Oh, various settings. Okay, I just realized. Autocorrect. All right, I have to do well on this par 3. And I was using the other one, but this is the best one. I just need a little more distance. So I might use a gem if I can help me reach there. Let me see if a gem can get me there. I know without a gem I can't get there. Oh, I can. All right. I don't need to use a fireball. That's good. Why doesn't it let me? Yeah, it's all like 1 pixel. It doesn't let me. This is driving me nuts. Maybe I need to have my sensitivity higher so it doesn't just click over. I don't know. See on my phone, you see how if I go 1 tick, it's like past the center line. If I go 1 tick to the right, it's... Come on, I'm trying to get it. Yeah, 1 tick. Yeah, it's not directly center. It's not fluid like it is if I use my thumb. Oh my god, that's maddening. I'm gonna angle my shot a little bit. Hopefully I can line it up better. I feel like I can line it up better if I angle it that way. That's sad that I have to do that to even angle it right. If this goes in, I'm a god. Then I figured something out. No, I didn't. Okay. It's just not the same. I swear with my thumb, I can dial something in at a correct distance. Let's see. I'm gonna take a break in the tournament and raise the sensitivity. Let's see what happens. Might be a bad idea. We'll see. Gameplay for some apps. I guess let's do 320. Restart the app. If I could find the sweet spot on the computer, I will be unstoppable. Thank you for your patience. It's hard to figure out. If I could fully control the way that I want this to go with a mouse, that's even better. But I currently definitely shoot way better on my phone than I do on a stream with a mouse and keyboard. You don't really need a keyboard, but with a mouse. Okay. That would be awesome if it was... I just don't think on this app it lets you be like perfectly fluid. I just don't think it's possible. I think it's super reliant on pixel. I mean, obviously the game's reliant on pixels, but I just feel like with your thumb, let me put my thumb on camera, you can like, I don't know if you all shoot with your thumb. I do. I mean, I play on my phone, so I don't have a tablet, but when I hold my phone and whoop, there we go. There we go. And I put my thumb down and draw back, I can like move my thumb. I have it pressed down and I can kind of like barely angle. Like there's so much more control I have than using a mouse the way that I'm trying to use it. Obviously it's no, I've shot aces before on stream. Just doesn't seem to be happening right now. 295. Okay. Par 4, 295. I want to get freaky and use this one. I don't know if I can line it up right. I'm really obsessed with high flight lately. As you can tell, I have a slammer bag. I have an earth ball slammer bag for longer for par 4s. But since I can't line it up straight on a mouse and key, I can't demo it. But I've learned from someone that I'm friends with in my previous clan, an amazing guy. Rainbow's an amazing guy. I know that you can use the stick as like a backboard in basketball, where if you land right at the stick, yay, thank you, Rocket Man, thanks, Rod, appreciate your time and effort, have so much to learn. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you again in more streams. Have a good day at work. We'll catch you later. Good stuff, good stuff. But if you use the stick as a backboard and you practice lining up with a little bit of forward spin, it'll hit the lower part of the stick, bounce backwards, and roll forwards into the pin. It's amazing. Or sometimes if you hit low enough in the stick, it's basically just hitting the stick and bouncing straight down into, like, you're almost like swishing the ball into the hole. It's amazing. But it's hard to like master, and I know a couple of people that have literally won 4-hole par 3 tournaments that are timed by slam dunking and swishing like every single hole. It's once you master it, it's worth it, but it's really frustrating to get used to. I don't want to do it right now. I want to, but it's a tournament. If it was like versus mode, I'd try it. 295 though. Short par 4, low enough wind. It's a direct tailwind, so I might just go this. Go with that hot streak stopper bag. I shouldn't need any balls or anything. Okay. No spin. Ooh, it's a slight, it's not exactly a directly straight one, so this is rough. That's not perfect either. Oh, this is rough. Gosh, this glitchy game. If I could figure out, I might try to figure out how to do this on my phone, as like, I can stream on my PC, but maybe I'll plug my phone in and figure out how to use my phone as the medium, because oh my gosh, I could really hit better shots than trying to play through this emulator. I'm gonna look into that. For now though, I do enjoy playing with mouse and key though. It's kind of fun. It's like learning a new game with the same knowledge. Definitely a lot of the Boston holes are hot streakable holes. I'm gonna go with the one that favors conspiracy. Little bit of topspin. I feel like this is going to bounce more than I'd like, so I'm going to be greedy and use an Earth Ball. Because I don't hit that fringe. Oh yeah, playing on 1440 is way better. Let me line it up a little bit. If this goes in, oh my goodness, come on. I think it might. No. 2 yards. On a medium that I don't normally play with. Not bad. So since there's that water there on Boston, unless the pin is right up on the front without the water, where you have to cross the water, I'm not going to use Hot Streak here because I know that I have to cross that water. I've been destroyed so many times by that water trying to use Hot Streak on this hole. So since the wind's only 3.3, I'm gonna just focus on Maelstrom. I don't think I need a premium ball for this one, which is nice. I mean, if it reverses mode, that's so much different, but I am a big slight top spin, forward spin kind of guy. I'm not a big, like, let me just hit a backspin, have it backspin perfectly in. Backspins are, in my opinion, and I used to be a big backspin guy, backspins are so much harder to hit your shots. Or, well, to hit an ace. If you can land short and have it like roll in, you're so much more consistent. Oh, look at that. Oh no, my spin was off. Oh no, no. I swear I can ace on a mouse and key. I know I can. I probably would have had one by now. Wow. Okay, so next hole, hole 7. I'm only 7 holes in. The thing about this though is I like to talk through my ideas while I'm live, talking to people in the chat. Once we get more people involved, maybe there's people I chat with via Discord, we're having a full-on conversation in Discord that people in the chat can hear. We've got a lot of growth to do when it comes to the stream, which is what I come from. I'm used to streaming. I'm used to streaming in an environment where I'm talking to multiple people, leading the discussion. I've even had, we used to have streams about where we did like a Jeopardy stream where we pulled up the concrete list of bags, their Excel sheet, and we had a little Jeopardy game where we had to answer questions about different ones. And there's so much that we could do eventually. Main goal here though is just to build community, humanize us all as PGA shootout people. Obviously the snipers are my home now and my priority, but we're all PGA Tour golfers. We're all in this together. And the more that we have fun, talk to each other, the better. That's my own little rant. But okay, 589 yards. I know because of this T-pad, my experience tells me that wind strike, this wind strike with this wind probably won't be able to reach. This one will probably only be able to reach to where my mouse is showing at right here. Maybe about here. I'd have to really forward spin. Hope I get there. I'm probably going to... Hot streaking is risky, but I can do it. I kind of want to show you... I want to show you 2 things, but I think I know what I want to do. This one's nice because steadfast, and this is what I used a lot in the clash we just played for the long par 5s, but steadfast when doubled will really help wind strike reach pins that you normally can't reach to, especially if your wind strike isn't maxed out at level 12. It'll also really boost rook. Rook is lovely. It kind of compensates for the fact that we're not using conspiracy. It helps with wind reduction. Cyclotron, I'm just using that because it has more bounce reduction than my Maelstrom does. However, I think I'm gonna hot streak this. And I think I'm gonna prioritize a maxed out hot streak and a maxed out or doubled conspiracy. So I shouldn't have any problem reaching this pin. It's just gonna be a little harder to hit. Slight forward spin. Yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. See what happens. Wow, a little too much actually. Yeah, I can just chip this in. There we go. I don't like to rely on gear shift if I can avoid it. 215 par 3. Boston holes are brutal for what I'd like to do with high flight. Just gonna go with this, maybe a heavy ball. Slight forward spin. Why does it do that to me? I hate it. If I can dial this in, not worrying about... oh man. Rough. I'm in the rough. Oh my gosh, if I could figure out how to use my arm off. Oh my goodness. Tilted. I'm tilted. If I could figure out how to use... What could I do? There's not much I could do to really make it... I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna try to make the mouse sensitivity be a little more custom. I'm using the default settings for... Let's try one more thing. One more thing. If it goes bad, I'll change it. Custom. Gotta restart the app. If that fixes it, this will be wild. While the app restarts, I will take a quick break, enjoy some tunes. 1 second. Okay. Let's see. We maximize the window. Let's see how this goes. We have to finish this tournament at some point. I'm gonna try to just finish it, see how it goes. Hole 9. I know I've got some trees in the way. I'll probably end up wind striking this one. Low enough wind where I don't really need to prioritize conspiracy. So let's just have at it. It's only a little bit of wind. I feel like this is almost too much, but we'll see. This hole's a little tough if you don't go over it or through it with the too much spin. Oh, that would be nice. Crossed over the shadow. 4 yards. Take it. I need to hit these par threes. Ugh. I do personally like Wind Strike more than Hot Streak. However, let's just try. Slight forward spin. You gotta be careful. Oh, you know what? Ooh, that's rough. I'm going to Earth Ball. Slight top spin. There are different degrees of spin, just so you all know. Look at that. It's not perfectly aligned. Why? What is wrong with this game? On PC. What's wrong with this game on PC? Oh, yeah. Now it's like in line. If I don't... That's so weird. I almost... Maybe I need to turn aim tracking off when I'm playing on my PC. Maybe aim tracking is what's doing it. Look at that. That's so bad. I can't control anything except boom and then boom, I'm here. Why am I not anywhere in between? That's terrible. It's almost like I'm at a huge handicap playing on my mouse and key. It's awful. Yeah, I could have totally aligned that way better if I had more control. I don't think there's much I can do there. I'm gonna try another thing, and bear with me, obviously this is annoying for those that are watching, or watching after, but if I could figure this out and dial this in for mouse and key, I can really do some good thing. Frame rate, smoother gameplay, that's fine. Display. Let's just see. Let's just see how it goes. Wow, we've been live for an hour and a half already. Holy moly. Still figuring it out. Definitely gonna look into using my phone as the device that I can play on. That, oh my goodness. If I could do that, that would be so much easier. Just have it charging. Casting to a specific thing, maybe plugged in so I can use it as a source. I'm gonna look into that. Playing on this app is fun, but it's just not Not the same. Can't be nearly as precise. All right, let's go to... Go to continue. Gotta finish this tournament at some point today. Holy moly. 231. I know I could 231 high flight that if I use like an earth ball or something, or a heavy ball at least. Yeah, see, no matter what I do, it's always off. It's always one tick off, and that's not good. There's no reason that should be over there. I should have the option. I am definitely going to figure that out for next stream. I should have aced that. I would have, normally. Okay. Boston hold 12. Definitely a wind strikeable hole or a hot streak hole, depending on your preference. I'm gonna probably go with that. Aim a little bit this way. Maybe it's too far. Aim a little short. Hopefully let the wind carry it and roll up. We'll see. A little too far. I feel like I'm playing like with a broken golf club. 446. I could also hot streak this, I guess. Maybe we'll do Maelstrom instead for the extra bounce reduction. See what we can come up with. Angle it a little bit. I'm gonna no spin it. Gosh, if I can hit an ace with mouse and key, then that'd be amazing. Probably the best thing I can do is to tap in tournaments on a PC, though. Not the end of the world. I have crow balls. I'll just go with the crow. With a slight... Oh, my mouse... Finally, I can demonstrate that my mouse did something awful. Sometimes... Yeah, this is also why I gotta figure out how to get this on my phone. Because my mouse will sometimes, like, randomly let go of the ball. Terrible. Look at that. 248 yards off. I'm replaying this on my phone later. For sure. That's okay. Little tilted. Should have gone in. Let's just finish these last 4 holes. See how it goes. Hi. Hi, caramba. Yeah, why can't it be like straight on? That drives me so weird. Not gonna hit it perfect that way. Yeah, it's glitchy, it's laggy. Don't you worry, folks. I am gonna figure this out so I can play on my phone. Y'all are gonna see much better shots. We are playing the worst possible version at the moment. Awful, 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 awful. But I could figure it out. I could definitely figure out how to use my phone. I think I've seen options for it, for sure. I use an earth ball. Because why not? Why not? Just don't bounce over, please. There we go. No comment. Just get me out of here. I gotta finish this tournament. Just get me out of this tournament. Thought it was gonna be much easier to play on mouse and key. It's way worse. That's okay. Still having fun. Look at that. There we go. All right. I don't think I beat my score. Or I at least completed a round. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Not ideal to shoot a couple over two tapping. Gonna definitely save my gold on this one. Group 2. Someone hit a 30. Wow, nice. That's fantastic. DWO, two tapping with 90 yards. Love that. DWO, shout out. You are 13th place. I'm gonna try to catch you later on. Not now, because can't even line up my shot properly on stream with this darn app. Okay. Yeah, 40. Yeah. For me, awful. I gotta do better than that. Let's see. You know what would be nice? Let me mute for just a second. See if I can figure it out. Plug this in. It's possible. I'm gonna exit out of this game on BlueStacks. Mute for just a second. See if I can figure out something to get on my phone. It might be possible while I'm live. We'll see. If not, we'll just chat for a little bit, wrap it up here, and go live another night. One moment. Enjoy some music, some tunes. One sec. Okay, here we are. I started to look a couple of things up there. It looks a little, not too complicated, but it looks like I have to finagle some stuff a little bit on the back end. I'll deal with that. Try to get you a little bit better quality gameplay, but the thoughts are still there. Sometimes the shots just aren't. We can get my phone set up though for the medium by which I play the game and show the game on stream. Hoo-wee, y'all are gonna see some good stuff. But if you're watching after, thank you for watching all the way through or skipping around, whatever works for you. I do intend to go live more often in the future, hoping to build some community, have some good chats. Shout out to Rocketman/Space, Rod Cowling over in Tasmania, Peeps and Poops who joined in, Ben Crenshaw, aka Chris. Awesome to have you in. I'm going to end the stream here, figure some stuff out on the tech end while I still have time to for next time. But thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. Take care of yourselves, take care of the family, and we'll see you next time. See y'all.